Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 3. And tell you what a game that was. I think some people definitely looked completely out of it. And I'm not naming anyone in particular, Lewis Skelly and Eze. But I mean, at the end of the day, I went into this game saying I would take a draw, and we've ended up winning 3-1. If we just defended a little bit better, it would have been 3-0. But with what we have now, and especially considering how we rotated, this is a brilliant result. We're practically guaranteed. We're all but guaranteed to finish top. The only way that possibly changes is if we lose against Karat. I think it's Karat. And obviously Bayern Munich win both of their games and somehow close the goal difference. Outside of that, we're almost guaranteed to finish top. We're guaranteed, I think, to finish at least second. And tell you what, if you told me start of the season that you're all but guaranteed to finish top in the Champions League table, you'll be top of the Premier League, 7 points clear, come January. You'll still be in the Carabao Cup semi-final, and you'll be with a 1-goal advantage against Chelsea, and you'll still be in the 4th round of the FA Cup. I would have took that without hesitation. Being in all 4 of those, that's a brilliant position to be in, and it is a lot of football to play. I will say that much. But hopefully we can get this season just done out the way. We need to get points against Man United. We need to win, really. If we win that game, and in some miracle, one of two of Aston Villa or Man City, I don't think Man City will drop points, but I do think Aston Villa very well could. They've got a much more losable game against Newcastle United. And if they drop points and we win, we're 10 points clear against them. Or 9 points clear. One of the two. And City, let's be absolutely honest, City's been in poor form recently. They lost 3-1 against... who was it again? 30... I can't remember who it was now. Hold on. 1 second. Against Bodo Glimt, that's it. They lost 3-1 against Bodo Glimt. That is a terrible result for them. And no matter what they say, you can't be losing at all against Bodo Glimt. And that has taken Man City to 7th, where teams like Atalanta and Atletico still have games, and so does Liverpool. Very well, Man City could actually fall out of the top 8, and that's not a good position to be in for them. But that's how it's gone. And with us again, all but guaranteed to go through, or we're guaranteed to go through, all but guaranteed to end first. We're in the much stronger position than pretty much everyone. We're the team to beat now. Let's have that clear. Throughout this whole season, in every competition, we have only lost 2 games. That was against Liverpool away and Aston Villa away. Liverpool away was an absolutely stunning free kick that you'll probably never see again in a long time. And Aston Villa was just a last minute goal that we just panicked in. But in general, looking at the results that we have now, I still think we could have been in a stronger position. I will say that now. The way that we failed in some games, against Chelsea, against Aston Villa, against I guess Liverpool, against Sunderland, those kind of games that we drop points in, I do think, we should have capitalised on them a little bit better. But regardless, we're still in the strongest position and that everyone wants to be in. No one can say the same with us right now. And if we continue going on this way, we will win something. I don't know what, but we'll win something. But as for the game itself, I I will say this much. I think we did play well, but as I said, a few players stuck out as playing really poor for me, and I'm getting a bit concerned about it. Um, and I think with obviously the result, brilliant result. But when we look at uh, when we look at our left back in particular, I'm getting very worried about Lewis Skelly. And Lewis Skelly, I like him as a player, but I think we really need to bring him into the midfield now. I think that's where he's going to be stronger because that left back position is just not working out now. He's not. He's not putting on any pressure against anyone who comes at him when he's on the left. He always gives space, and he did it again. He did it again today. But at the same time, Eze, very poor performance from Eze. I don't recall anything that he did that really had a value. But on top of that, that first goal, I noticed that Eze was nowhere to be seen. The first goal we conceded, he was nowhere to be seen. But look, disappointing performances aside, we still got the 3 points. We're still in the optimal position to go into the rest of the Champions League, and now we need to put ourselves in a position against the Premier League. We could be on 53 points, I believe, after the Man United game, and if we take the fight to them, and let's be clear about this, Man United will turn up. They always turn up against the big games. It's the Brentfords and the Bournemouths and teams like that they always seem to perform poorly against. But against bigger clubs like Man City and Arsenal, for example, they will turn up. They will turn up, they'll be ready for it, and we have to be ready for it. And if we can just get those 3 points, think of the position we put that in, especially if I'm going to assume Aston Villa will be the ones to drop points, if either. Because again, Man City have to play Wolves, and I can't see City dropping points against Wolves. But if in the event they do, and we're 9 or 10 points clear of one of them, we've strengthened our position even more. And with Man City dropping the points they are, nothing else to really say about that. Let's put us in a great position. But anyways, let's get on to the player ratings. And starting in goal, David Raya didn't have too much to do. Mostly had to collect the ball. I think once or twice maybe he had to make a save, but the ball didn't seem all that threatening to me. I'll give Raya a 7. Yuri Timber, putting him back in that right back position where his natural position is, really does make the difference with Timber. Sorry. I'm gonna give Timber a 7. Saliba performed brilliantly. He was quite solid in the back, but I did like the way that he was holding on to the ball as well when we had to hold on to the ball. Saliba, I'm giving a 7. Mosquera struggled a little bit, I think. Didn't always have the best of his opponent, but other than that, can't complain too much. I'll give him a 6.5. Lewis Skelly, again, a very poor performance. I just thought there was too often that Inter Milan found too much space on the right wing because of Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly, I'm giving a 5. Zubimendi, quite an average game for him, really. Zubimendi, I'll give him a 6. Mikel Mourinho had a better game than I thought he would, especially going forward. I didn't expect him to be that good going forward, but still, he had a good one. Mikel Mourinho, I'll give a 7. Eze, poor performance from him. I'm just going to give him a 5. Saka, getting a bit greedy, I think, sometimes. You think that Gyökeres, for example, could have more goals if Saka just found him a bit more often. And Gyökeres, that goal that he scored, by the way, absolutely phenomenal goal. We want to see more of that. And I hope that brings up his confidence for such a goal like that. But Saka, you've got to give the ball to Gyökeres. This is getting a bit ridiculous now. At this point, I'm convinced that you've got a problem with him. Saka, I wouldn't have played him anyways, to be honest. I would have played Madueke, but Saka, I'm going to give a 6. Trossard didn't have a horrible game, bit unlucky, unlucky really to not have a goal. But other than that, he did get an assist. I'll give him a 7.5. And Jesus gets an 8, and he is my man of the match. I don't really need to explain that one. Sorry, my thing went off. Mikel Arteta, I think he started too many starting players. I think Saka, I don't even know why he started him. We've got Madueke there. Madueke should have started this game. I'll give Arteta a 7. Referee, a few dodgy decisions here and there, but nothing that greatly impacted the game. I'll give him a 6. And of course the fans who made the travel. I didn't really get an opportunity to hear them. The TV was brought down too low, but from what I did hear, it was majority Arsenal fans. I'm going to give the Arsenal fans a 9 just for the travel. But anyways, that is my match review. Let me know what you think down below. Like, share, and comment, and please do subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And I will see you for the match preview of Arsenal versus Manchester United. Goodbye for now.